Hello, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Julie.
Now we're going to do a review of Waffle Time by AEG, who provided this as a review copy. Hopefully you've had a chance to check out our how to play and playthrough video. So this is for 1 to 4 players, ages 10 and up. Takes about 30 minutes to play. So first we'll give it an overview of how to play. Then we'll give our rating and our reasons for our rating. And then we will compare it to these other pattern building games you see behind us.
A lot of them.
So this is score the most points building patterns. Each player starts with a waffle. You do different pattern cards for each type of fruit, and you'll see there's 3 of each type that you will choose randomly from. You also have butter here, which are end of game scoring cards, but if you score it during the game before another player, you get butter, and that's going to be worth points. Each player will take a waffle card, and then you'll turn it over to put your syrup on. You start out with 6 syrup. Julie has 8 because she's a second player, and the second player in a 2-player game gets 2 syrup, and this can change during the game. So we would set up our board here, so we'll do that right now. We're going to be placing cream. And you want fruit on cream because that's going to score more points than just fruit. But nothing will score unless you have syrup on fruit. I'll explain that in a moment. So now I have a choice. Do I place 2 cherries here or 2 bananas or split them? And based on the cards here, you will look at, well, maybe I want to go with a banana here, and I will do a cherry here. And what do you have?
I have either blueberry or cherry, and I'm thinking I'm going to go for the, I'll do a cherry here and a blueberry up here. Okay,
so that's how you start out. You start your board out like that. Like I said, you shake these up and you randomly determine who's going to go first or second. You're only going to play 8 turns. And in a solo or 2-player game, you have this blocker here to simulate what it's if you're playing with 3 players and there's a 4-player side on here. So you can see that in a 3-player game, the second player will get 1 syrup and the third player will get 2 syrup. And so the turn order is pretty easy. Oh, these are placed randomly on here and they have back sides to it. You'll see as it moves where the fork is, they'll flip over. So from turn to turn, this board will change. Now, how does the turn sequence work? Well, I'm first, and if I can go here, 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 like this. And I'm going to want to get fruit that match these patterns. The way the pattern works here is if I get 4, for instance, blackberries in this pattern, I get to put syrup for my syrup dispenser onto it, and that will score points. In fact, I better go over that right now, how points are scored. So you get 1 victory point at the end of the game for every syrup on a fruit. You get 3 victory points if it's a syrup on a fruit on a cream. You get 2 victory points if you get 1 of the 3 butters, or, there's 3 of them. You could have all 3 perhaps. But you're going to lose 2 points if you have any syrup remaining on your dispenser. So if you manage to get syrup in this pattern, that means it would be on fruit. You don't put syrup on the waffle on its own. It has to go on fruit. If you get this pattern, you get 3 victory points at the end of the game, but if you're the first one to do it during the game, you put a butter on an empty space. And you can do that pattern, and this means you just need 5 syrup on any fruit anywhere on your board in any pattern. All right, so let's say I go here, I'm going to get more cream. Now the placement is pretty simple. Whatever you put down, you put it in an empty space, unless you could put fruit on cream. The next thing you put down must go adjacent to it. So I could go right here, and then I could put this here, here, here. You don't put cream on fruit, and that would be it. Then you check to see, did you complete a pattern? I'm trying to go for blackberries here or here. And you can score it multiple times. Let's say I did, eventually got this. I immediately, somehow I was able to complete that. And then later on I get 2 more right here. I would be able to put syrup on that because it's this pattern over. So syrup doesn't prevent you from scoring it again. The whole idea with finishing a pattern is that it tells you where to put syrup. And again, you want syrup on fruit in order to get points. So this one is a little bit more complicated. You have to have 2 cherries and a horizontal or vertical pattern. You can go like this too. It could even be like that. And next to the cherry, it needs to be cream or any fruit on cream next to the 2 cherries. And the 2 cherries would get the syrup. So that's what I would do. Let me take that off. I was just showing how that scored. I do not score it at this time until I get 2 more right here. So what I did was, what did I do?
I don't know.
Yeah. I put down a cream and a fruit. You cannot put fruit on top of cream in the turn that it's put down. If you do take a syrup and a fruit, for instance, the syrup goes in your dispenser, and then you put down the fruit anywhere you want. Okay, then Julia would go.
Yeah, strawberry and a cream, please.
A strawberry and a cream.
Mm-hmm.
And where are you going to go?
I'm going to go here and here.
So she's going to try to get another strawberry here, and then she has to have any 2 fruits here. And those fruits can be on cream if she wants it, but only the strawberries are going to get the syrup. And so that would finish that turn. Whoever is closest in anti-clockwise order goes first. Julie would be second. So she would get
2 more syrup.
2 more syrup. This rotates here. That comes down 1. We flip these where the fork is, and then I would go first again, and then Julie would go second.
Yep.
So you go 8 turns, and then you score. And then whoever has the most points wins. And again, you're making patterns. So that's how you play. Now let's go over our rating.
Okay.
All right, so I said good. Usually willing to play. And Julie says enjoy playing and would suggest it.
Yes.
Now, it may be because Julie has beat me every time in this game. We've played it 4 times now. And I would have won the game in how to play playthrough if I hadn't made a mistake.
Yep.
So you can make a mistake in this game when you're playing. I had put down a blueberry here, and I forgot to score it. You only, not score it, but to complete the pattern.
Yes.
So once you put down a fruit, you check for patterns. I forgot to check for patterns when I did that.
And you can't go back.
And you can't go back. So I messed that up. All right, so it's a solid pattern building race game to score the most points. It's highly replayable puzzle game because you have these cards here. So every time you play, you're going to get different goals.
Yep.
And you're going to get different. This one was a hard game to score.
It was.
But you have different ways to use cherries, blackberries, bananas, strawberries, and blueberries. So you're always going to have a different game.
Yep.
It's thematic. The pieces are quality. I mean, the cardboard is decent thickness here.
Oh, yeah.
If you look here, I mean, it looks like syrup.
It really does.
But it's nice. I mean, look, you've seen games with other pieces like this. It's just the fact that it's well put together. And the board is thick here. No warping issues. And we're in a dry climate. So it makes you want to have waffles. That could be a good or bad thing. We don't have a waffle maker, but we ordered one.
We did.
And unfortunately, it came damaged, and we had to ship it back. So
I was so bummed. I was wanting them so bad this weekend, and doggone it,
yes.
I'm going to have to wait a while.
It does play quickly, but sometimes turns can slow down with some analysis paralysis, especially when you're... What are you talking about? Watch How to Play and Playthrough. You were the one that was taking the most time. At least I think so. But when you start filling in your waffle, you're not going to fill in your whole waffle.
No.
But you're going to try to maximize, and so you can get some analysis paralysis there. Minimal player interaction, and it can be frustrating, especially when you get cards that you can't make work very well. But that's every game that's going to have variations like this. But in terms of player interaction, it's pretty much I beat you to something that you wanted. And then you don't do it on purpose.
No.
You just happen to take something else that somebody wanted. So that's the most player interaction you're going to get.
Because you're really not paying attention to what the other person's going for because you're concentrating so hard on what you're going for.
Right. Now, you may beat somebody to this goal and get the butter, which is 2 victory points because there's only 3 of these. But again,
you're not paying attention.
It's not intentional. Well, you could, in a sense, be like, do I do this move or this move to get a butter before someone else? That has happened in a couple of our games. So the rulebook needs more examples and playthrough for non-hobbyists. So that's a neutral. So this is a well-written rulebook in terms of the text. There's a couple sentences that are parsed weirdly that you're like, what does they mean by that? And it could have been cleared up by examples. So remember, I was having trouble with a a couple parts here. And I wish there was examples. I figured it out eventually, but I'm an experienced gamer, so I will not have problems. I eventually figured it out.
Right.
But if it had examples, I would have figured it out right away, and okay, that cleared it up.
Sure.
But someone who buys this, who's not used to playing hobby games, are going to struggle with the rule book because it is, like I said, well written, but they need examples.
Yeah, that's a good
Let's
point.
see what Julie has to say.
Okay, well, I said, similar to him, fun pattern building game that'll make you want waffles. I thought the boards and components were really good quality. I found it very easy to learn and play. Granted, I didn't have to read the rules, but I picked up on it very quickly. And like David said, I won every time. And I don't ever really get to do that in too many games, so this is exciting for me. I think the play time is quick with 2 players. It's very doable. And as David also mentioned, the cards do offer a lot of replayability.
All right, so let's take a look now. How it compares to these other pattern building games. Now, some of you were like, I'm done with the review. Okay. But some of you might not have heard of these. And so let's compare it here. Because we have a lot of these types of games.
Yes,
and we do like this theme.
Very much.
Some people would be like, I don't need another pattern building game. I have several of these behind me. So you're going to have to decide that. We like this theme, mechanic, pattern building, so we don't mind owning more than one pattern building game, as you can see.
And it's good for my brain, too, which is what I like about it.
Right. So it comes down to, do you have a game like this in your collection? And if you do
you want another one?
Do you need another one? Because you may be like, I don't need another one.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Okay, so AEG Cascadia won Game of the Year. You're making patterns. So this has a theme of you're putting down animals and different patterns, trying to score the most points as well. So this is one Game of the Year. We haven't played that one too much.
No, we haven't.
In fact, I think we've played Waffle Time more than that game.
I think we have too.
The Sagrada we have played a lot.
Yes.
And that's because Julie likes dice. So you're rolling dice. So this adds the dice mechanic in it. And you're trying to build patterns with dice and score the most points in this. So if you're a dice person, and we have played this a lot because our sons
Our
also,
oldest son, Eddie, really liked this one a lot.
We just haven't played it much. We have all the expansions for it. So it's a little heavier than normal.
We have to get back to normal with that.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one.
Next.
You are doing pattern building with Welcome To. So it's a roll and write.
Yes.
But you're building patterns as you build out your neighborhood, adding poles and things like that, and trying to split it and add numbers to it, add addresses to it. So it's a roll and write. You may not care for roll and write games, or maybe you do and you don't know about this. This is one of the more successful roll and write games. So here you have a tile laying game, a roll and write game, and then a game with dice.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's something to consider too. Is you have mechanics piled on each other. Now, here's a really cute one.
Oh, it is so cute.
You're building patterns with how you build your stocks up and try to go for victory points, and it has a really cute panda in
The
it.
panda's so cute.
But you know what? We haven't played this in years.
No, but I do love looking at the panda.
We do like the game, but we've probably played Waffle Time more than this.
I think so.
Yeah. Especially sitting here. Put that over there.
Okay.
Now this one here, we upgraded. Oh
my
gosh, this is
goodness.
probably 20 pounds. We had all the expansions, and then they came out with the. You can watch our unboxing and playthrough on this. And this is it has larger boards, thicker pieces, but like this, has a lot of variety. We have played this more than Waffle Time. Probably
Yes, we
in
have.
all the other games we have here, we probably played this.
No, we've played Azul more than this.
Okay, but I'm talking ones with a theme.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We're going over the ones with a theme.
Oh, gotcha.
So you play with cards, and you got to line up your houses
Right.
in different patterns based on the cards that you play. And this also is one Game of the Year.
Oh, I believe it. It's really heavy.
It is. I forgot how heavy it was. Okay, Isle of Cat. We've been playing this lately. We're going to do a how to play and playthrough on it. This is a number 15 currently on the family games list on BGG.
Yeah.
And so you're using pentominoes to build patterns with cats, and you get Victory points for making families of cats of the same color and completing rooms on your boat. You're trying to rescue cats off an island before it's invaded. So we have played this more than Waffle Time.
And every time I've beaten David in Waffle Time, he's beaten me that and then some in Isle of Cats. So
Okay, so this is the game that Julie hasn't won at yet.
no.
But we played this one because we got a bunch of expansions for it, and we're going through the expansions right
Yeah,
now.
it's been really fun though.
Okay, so other themes here. This is kind of like Waffle Time. You are stacking things. You have Reef by the makers of Azul. We used to play this a lot. We haven't played it in a while. And you're stacking up, so you got to complete these pattern cards, and you're building your Reef. It's thematic.
It is.
I don't know.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it's really nice pieces. And like this, you are building patterns with cards, and it lasts so many turns. So this is solid, just like Waffle Time. This one we've only played once or twice, and we bought this one. This is like a more complicated version of Azul, and you're making different patterns of a. Gosh, is it a rug?
It could be a blanket.
A blanket?
Or a rug. I don't know.
A puzzle tie. Yeah, quilts and cats.
Okay, quilts.
Yeah, I just didn't care for the theme, and it was kind of more complicated than it needed to be. So this one might leave our collection, but I just wanted to show it for those who like pattern games. Tiny Towns we played a few times. It just hasn't hit the table again. This is also by AEG. You're making different patterns again with buildings. We just haven't played it. It's solid.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are the thematic ones. Now let's get into the pattern games that are more abstract.
Okay.
So you got regular Quirkle, but we like Quirkle cubes the best because we like rolling the dice to make the patterns. We like to push your luck element of rolling the dice.
Definitely.
So we played this over the regular Quirkle, and you're trying to make different patterns of different shapes of different colors, or all the same color but different shapes. And you're trying to score the most points. So we've played this one many, many times.
Very many times. Yes.
Now the one we played the most.
Azul.
Well, I'll go to that one for next.
Okay.
So now we're in the abstract area that doesn't have as much theme. So Azul, we've played, there was a whole year that we played it once, every day for a whole year. So we have almost 400 plays on this.
Yeah.
But we like this better than the other Azul games.
I like the original.
So this is one of our favorite pattern building games, but we kind of played it to death and haven't played it in a while.
It's true. We did over.
Okay.
Boop.
Boop. You're placing cats. It's a cool two-player.
It's cute.
You're building patterns with your cats because you want to get kittens to make them into adult cats. And you're trying to get all your large cats out, I think, to win.
I think so.
Yeah. There's a Halloween version of that. So it's solid. We just haven't played it in a while. Yeah. Rose King we used to play a lot. But it's one of those games where I beat Julie too often, so she doesn't. Yep. And you're trying to create patterns. It's abstract. It's simulating the War of the Roses. It really doesn't. Let me show the other camera here. It's kind of hard to see. But you're putting down patterns, and you can flip over the tiles of your color, and you score exponentially. So this is a 5x5, that's 25 points right there. That's a 3x3, that's worth 9. That's a 1x1, that's worth 1. So you want to try to get all your stuff in a pattern. So that's where Julie struggles is making those larger scoring patterns.
Yes.
We used to play that a lot. It's still a game we like.
Oh, it is.
It's just hard to play when
you lose all the time.
Right. And the last one of our favorite Niecikowski games is Ingenious. We haven't played it in a while, but we've played this.
Our boys loved this game. They still love it.
Yeah, so you're laying down patterns, and as you create lines, it scores more points. And you keep track of the points on your board here. And you only score as many points as your least. So you want to get up all your colors.
I'm good at staying the lower end.
But this is one of our favorite Niecikowski games. We haven't played it in a while.
No, we need to play it again.
Yeah, we need to.
It is a lot of fun.
So the only one out of our pattern building games, we'll give this another try. We probably won't keep Calico.
Probably not. And what's so funny is we have so many cat games, and we do not have cats. We have a dog.
So that gives you an idea of some pattern building games and some of our favorites.
Yeah.
All those. Sagrada, we've done a How to Play and Play through. Cascadia, Welcome to.
That's it. Boop. We did one
Boop,
for Boop.
that's 4, and Azul 5, and
Waffle
Rose
Time.
King 6. So 6 of those, if you want to look at our How to Play and Playthroughs reviews,
Yep.
6 of those we've done. The other ones we haven't done yet.
And hopefully this will spark your interest and you'll go back and check them out and maybe you'll like them for yourself and give them a try.
All right, well, thanks for watching.
See you in the next video, guys.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.